Hello everybody, it's Amy from Winterwood Studio, and I have something so exciting to open here today. For those of you who don't know, I've mostly had to give up painting outside because of falling down the stairs and tearing all the tendons in this knee. And I think this super generous, super special gift that I cannot wait to open is gonna solve all my problems for me, like magic. So get yourself something cozy to drink and come on in and let's open this. I'm like talking so fast because I'm so excited to open it. Okay, get something cozy to drink and we'll open this box. I'm super excited to open this. I think I said it already, but a huge thank you to Strada Easel for sending me this. And let's open it and get unboxing. I really thought that I wouldn't be able to paint in the woods again, because for those of you who don't know, a year and a half ago, I fell down the stairs and I tore all the tendons in my knee, and I haven't been able to have surgery because of my autoimmune disease and timing it around flares and meds and everything. So everywhere I go, I have to wear a big brace. And you'll probably see some footage of that in this video. And my favorite spot to hike is 1.5 miles in to hike. So I thought I'd never be able to like carry an easel in and paint with acrylics or oils in the woods ever again, which was kind of heartbreaking for me. Really, it was sad. And I think that this is going to solve that problem. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. There's instructions and QR codes and how to set everything up. We're not going to worry about that right now. We're just taking things out right now. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, because I have health problems and my husband and both my sons, we've never had a family vacation. We've never gone anywhere other than visiting family. This year, we're finally doing it. We've got some like a vacation set up where we're gonna go to like some national parks and stuff, and I'm really hoping I can take this with me. So not just locally, but other places this summer. This is the Strada Mini Starter Kit. So there's more stuff in here, but this is the main easel, and then it comes with the brush washer that you can hang on it, and the super lightweight, super sturdy, super special Strada tripod. And it comes with some equipment. So let's open up the box with the actual mini easel first and take a look at it. Ooh, and then, ooh. I'm really excited. I think this is going to help me to return to who I was and what I love. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. Okay, so let's take a look at it. Okay, so I've read up on the instructions. You insert your finger here, pull forward, and then up. So let's do that. Out and then up. There it goes. Ooh. So there it is, open. It's got a panel holder. You can buy canvas adjusters, I believe. I did not ask for those. I'm just gonna take panels because they're easier to transport. And then it's got a tray with a brush holder that clips on for one side and another tray for the other side. And this is the mixing area, but also you can use this as mixing area too, which is just great. And I'm having a hard time showing you everything. I think what we're gonna do is we are going to take this outside and set it up in my yard so I know what I'm doing. And then we are gonna take it out and try it out in nature. And I'm thinking I'm probably gonna take oil paints, but I might take acrylics. I haven't fully decided yet. It works for either. It works for either. Oh, I'm so excited. All right. Okay, so I thought it would be a good idea to put this together out here in nature and do a dry run. I did watch an instructional video real quick on YouTube, which I'll link down below in case you want to check it out. It is very helpful. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to set up this tripod. It is a twist tripod system. So you fold out your legs, and then you turn the thing to let everything out, and then you turn it again to lock it. And let's see, we'll just let it out and see how far we would like it. Okay, I'm thinking that looks good. And now we're going to take out our actual easel. And again, you put your finger in here and you pull forward and up to open it. And actually, I'm going to show you how to use this little system right here. So this is the ball head with a plate that attaches to the back of the easel. So before you flip this switch, there's a safety lock right here that you have to flip. It's this little metal switch right there. So you open that up and then you can open it and take the plate out. So here's the box on the back of the back of the box, and we just screw this in like you would into if you've used like a DSLR camera or anything like that, any sort of tripod. It just screws in. It's hard to do it while showing you. Like that. And then we lock it and we push this down. And then you secure the big clip, and then remember to secure the safety clip. And then you can position it however you want and lock it up nice and tight. And with the ball head, again, you can position it however you want. So let's see, I think I'm going to do mine like that. And then again, lock it down, and lock it down, and lock it down, and lock it down. I think maybe just a little bit more upright, like that. Okay, then this opens like this to hold your panel, and I forgot my panel. And it extends, and it does extend all the way to 16 inches if you want to hold something as big as 16 inches. I better go get a panel because I forgot it. So here we have a 10-inch ampersand gesso board panel, just a regular panel. And we will lock that in with this screw right here. And then I think this side tray with the plexiglass, I'm obviously going to be using for my palette of colors. So that will go, I'm thinking right-handed. I'm going to have it go on this side. And then my brush holder and anything else I need to hold can go there. And then we've got this little hook for our Strada Easel for the terps. So that would go like this. And then our terps container, not terps. I only use Gamsol. Oh, look, it even comes with a separate gasket. That's nice. And we would just hang that right there. So that's the whole setup. That's the dry run. I'm going to disassemble it. And the next time you see me, we're going to be going somewhere with it. Okay, so it was one night after school near the end of May, and I was like, my son can fish. I'll go get set up. I'll do my painting. Let's go. So we packed up all our stuff and we drove all the way there, and we hiked all the way in, and I got all set up and squeezed out my, I think I was using Cobra oil mixable, what am I saying? Cobra water mixable oil paints to start. And here you can see a little bit of the blocking in. And then my son was like, no. I was like, I hear thunder. And my son turned around and he's like, Mom, look behind us. And there was just this huge, massive thunderstorm rolling in. So we had to practically run all the way out of the woods and into the car. And I only really got the rough block in filmed, and I had, the easel is great. I've had a wonderful time with the easel. Getting footage that I'm happy with has been a whole nother story. So, I had, like I said, this blocking in phase, with the Cobra water mixable easels. What am I saying? Cobra water mixable oil paints. As a side note, I've been trying to use these more, in plein air this summer to see what I think of them. And I'm not so sure I'm sold on them. So at this point, I've used Cobra water mixable oil paints. I used Golden Open acrylic paints and regular acrylic paints. And the Golden Open so far is behaving the best. And that actually is so there are 3 separate pieces of footage of me trying to take this out to paint with it. This is the first one. The second one I'm going to set up in my yard with just regular acrylics, and we'll talk about it when we get there. And this is where we realized the thunderstorm was coming in, and it was time to get the heck out of there, as they say. So here I am set up in the yard. I have no makeup on. Ignore my, I don't want to say icky face, but I've had a lot of trouble with the medications I'm on for my autoimmune stuff, and I feel sensitive about how my face is looking. Here I'm using the viewfinder on that little string set. I've showed this a million times. I'll link it below. I've got the viewfinder, the value finder, and the red composite grid. I thought it would be the lilacs were blooming next to the our little sauna building, and I just thought it would be absolutely beautiful to paint them. And here I'm using the regular acrylics. This was, I'm not sure what brand I'm using. I really can't remember now. I do remember that it was absolutely horrible. It was 84 degrees, and it was like 2 p.m, and even though I'm in the shade, the paint was drying so fast. I was really not happy with it. And then on top of that, I should have stopped this painting way earlier than I did, and I ended up ruining it. It was, I liked it a whole lot better. I'll tell you when I'm to the spot where I liked it better than how it turned out. But yeah, so, really struggled with these acrylic paints. I know that it wasn't the Golden Open. I know it wasn't Golden Heavy Body. I'm wondering if maybe it was the Winsor Newton Galleria. I don't think it was. I do know that one color in this set was, oh, I know what they were. Sorry. They were the Liquitex Heavy Body, and I struggled with them so bad. So they just would not stay wet. And I do normally use like a Masterson Stay Wet Handy palette, although I don't need to with the Golden Opens. And I guess I wasn't really thinking about it being sunny and hot and whatever, but that one puddle in the upper left corner of the like magenta color, that was a Liquitex soft body. And I don't normally like using soft body on canvas. I usually like a heavy body. But that was the only one that didn't get a skin and dry out really fast. So, that was interesting. Very interesting. I think I might have just squeezed some paint there from a different set of paints because I was getting so frustrated with the acrylics I was using. We're also starting to get kind of close to where I should have stopped the painting. It sort of had like a charming, fun, loose, folk tale feel to it, if that makes sense. And I pushed it too far, and I hated how it ended up. Like, this is way better than how it ended up, but what are you gonna do? I don't paint a lot of paintings of buildings in general. And I've been struggling like with how much detail should I put in and all of that. So here I went in the house and I got these tubs of paint because I thought maybe this was because the paint on the left was all dried up already, except for that one soft body. And I think it helps some. I think I do remember it helping some to have like the big thing to dip the paintbrush in. But even with these, because it was so hot out, it started to get a skin on top very quickly, like within 45 minutes. So yeah, that experiment was a little upsetting. I feel like we might have already we did pass the part where I should have stopped. It is what it is. I'm trying to not relearn, but I don't know how much detail to put in when I'm doing buildings. Maybe I'll just skip to the third footage here where I actually painted something I liked, and I kind of like those lilacs up there though. I think the shadows on the bottom left-hand corner aren't working. I really like that lilac at that point there though. Anyway, I didn't like how it turned out, so I think we'll just skip ahead to the end, and then go to the third footage. So looking at it right now, clearly one of the biggest problems was the big dark holes in the door. That was no good. It did indeed look like that, but clearly it's like big sinky holes, so way too dark. I think I could even just take the ones in the door out and leave that as like a white door. Okay. So on this last one, I'm set up like basically in the lake. My back tripod leg is actually in the lake. And I decided to just film little bits and pieces, little clips here and there, because I had not had luck creating anything with, you know, the tripod set up and doing all that. And I wasn't sure if I would even be successful this time. So I was like, let's just film some clips as we go. And if it works, it works. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. So I'm glad to say it worked. I actually am doing something a little bit different in this painting than the way I normally paint. On my Patreon this month in May here, I'm not sure when this is going up, but not May. What am I saying? June. We're doing conversations with the great artists or something like that was the theme. And we're doing like some art challenges where we think about how certain artists painted and finding one thing from the painting to take into our own work. So this was actually part of my doing that challenge. I did it twice with two separate artists, and this is the second one. So if you want to learn more about that, my Patreon will be linked down below. We have a monthly theme each month, and there is a mood board or an inspiration board, and there is a little studio gathering where we can talk and chat about the theme for the month. And there is an art challenge with written instructions, and then I usually tend to do the challenge for the art club video, but sometimes I do something else. And there is behind the scene blog posts, and if you're in the studio circle, there's a weekly video that's 5 to 8 minutes long. So that'll all be linked down below if you want to check it out and come join some of the art challenges over there. Anyway, if the art looks, or the style here looks a little different, that's why. It's because I'm doing the challenge. Anyway, it was kind of nice just filming some little clips and like holding it with my hand. I really liked not having to bring in the heavy tripod that I set the camera up in, which I do normally do. But it's so heavy, and then if I'm bringing an easel in and the tripod for that and everything, it, you know, adds weight. So, I will talk in a minute when I'm done with this. I will give you my final thoughts and tell you all about like the weight and everything and my final experiences, but it was very enjoyable. And I did kind of like holding the camera, not having the tripod. So hopefully it's not too shaky. If you could let me know in the comments if this works for you, or if it's too hard to watch, please let me know. Because I don't want to make anybody seasick. I did my best. I think you can see my son's pole off to the side there for a minute there. It was there. This is the golden open paints, and I was using the ampersand gesso panel with 2 coats of Liquitex gesso that I put on myself. And so far, this is my favorite setup for outdoor painting in the summer in direct sunlight and high heat. I had tried the Golden Open on canvas that I had gessoed, and I think it's you have to put it on a little bit thin. It feels a little different than normal acrylics, and it wasn't terrible on canvas, but it wasn't spectacular either. And working on this gessoed panel where I had put 2 extra coats of gesso really, really was much more enjoyable. So this, I think, might be my setup for the summer. I may also try putting extra coats of gesso just on canvas panel, but I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I will probably definitely try painting just on canvas panel again though, because it's you know, way cheaper than ampersand gesso. That's gonna make someone seasick. If you're wondering, I probably just cut something out. I'm gonna have to go back and cut that out. That was too much for people to watch. Anyway, I finally felt successful with this one, and I really enjoyed it, and it was really fun. And just in case I think I was trying to find you, there was an turtle nest over here. I think I was trying to find it, but maybe in a second. I think there's just some pretty stuff. It was never the easel that was the problem. It was me. Oh, look at the baby geese. I forgot I did this. There's 18 baby geese there. Isn't that awesome? So many geese. The parents must be so tired. Okay, so final conclusions. Is it expensive? Yes, it is. Is this going to open up a whole new world for me that I thought was forever shut? Yes, it is. This is super lightweight. I'm going to try to, okay, so the Strada Mini Easel by itself only weighs 2 pounds and 14 ounces. And the whole kit all together, if you bring everything, including the tripod and the Terps hook and the Terps container and all of that, still weighs under 10 pounds. So for me, this is a huge, huge upgrade, and it really makes the difference between me being able to paint outside again and me not being able to paint outside again. And quite honestly, the quality and the sturdiness of it is way, way, way better than the 2 plein air easels I had. Both of which, by the way, I did check both of them. One of them weighs 20 pounds and the other one weighs 27. So you can see why I was having trouble, even with like a handle to carry it. There's no way I'm carrying it at 45 years old with health problems and a bad knee, 1.5 miles into the woods and 1.5 miles back. This also fits into my backpack. And if you have a waist strap, that helps too. And I am super, super, super glad I got it. A huge thank you to, I feel like I'm gonna cry. A huge thank you to Strada again for sending this to me. It makes the difference between not being able to paint in the woods and like pack it in and go anywhere and never being able to do that again and being able to do it again. And it was such a huge part of my core love of art, and like it was just gone for the last 1.5 years. So a huge thank you to Strada again for sending this to me. Okay, so I hope you really enjoyed that video. Again, 2 thumbs up, my highest marks. It's gonna make a huge, huge difference in my life. I'm so excited to have it this summer, to go on all of our fishing trips and hikes in the woods and our family vacation. I'm so excited. Like, I'm really, really excited. If you watch the whole video, like, you get it. I know, I'm emotional. So, the link will be down below if you want to check it out. They come in other different sizes as well. I picked the smallest one for the weight issues for me, but they do come in other sizes. And again, a huge thank you to Strada for sending it to me. And if you would like to check out my Patreon or my email newsletter or any of that stuff, it's all going to be linked down below as well. And if you haven't hit the like or subscribe button yet or left a comment, I would love it if you did. And until next time, happy creating.